Good morning. Well, I'm amazed. I'm also intrigued that in this world of today, how susceptible we are to the hoaxes. Sometimes there's a hoax that the 8 planets are going to be in a single row and that will be the end of the world. Then we come to know that the world will come to an end on a certain date in a certain year. And now the latest hoax was played a few days back by a guy called Miles Johnson. He put a post on the Facebook, and this post was shared 38,000 times. 38,000 times and liked by millions. Sent a wave of awe in the people. According to this post, tonight, you are supposed to witness a rare phenomenon, the phenomena of green moon. And the plea he took, supposed to be extremely scientific, that on this day, the green planet, Uranus, would be nearest to the moon. That the green planet would be just 4 degrees away from the moon. And as a result thereof, it would impart its greenish hue to the moon, making it appear green. A very rare phenomena. And he took a certain delight in projecting it by saying that this phenomena occurs only once in 420 years. And now you know that Section 420 of the Indian Penal Code and of the Pakistan Criminal Procedure says it's a fraud. So the very fact that it's 420 years, not 419, not 421, but 420 years, this phenomena happens. That's what he elects. The reality is that nothing of this sort is going to happen. Possibly he took the inspiration from the supermoon that we had, from the blood red moon that we had. So if there can be blood red moon, why not a green moon? And I said that he, with a tongue in his cheek, created such a scare on the people. Not exactly a scare to begin with. To begin with, it was just a wonder of the nature. But then came a second part to the hoax. And the second part was Nebra's cataclysm. That when this thing happens, they would be related to the aurora borealis with the green hues and the scarlet hues. And that might be the beginning of the end of the world. This scary information, shared as I said earlier, 38,000 times, only shows that the people by and large accept anything, and I repeat anything, which may be correct or may not be correct, but given the proper force, they believe it. You see, along with this move also came the concept of anti-gravity, that since Uranus would be imparting the greenish hue, it might result in anti-gravity and everything might become weightless. Wow. I don't know what to say. You see, moon has been the source of inspiration to all of us. The children in Asia call the moon the inspiration, the mama, the uncle, the maternal uncle. Moon has excited the imagination of the poets. But moon is also related to moonstruck, lunatic. They say the impact of the moon drives you mad. Here, the impact of the moon is not driving you mad. The impact of the moon is making you shiver with the fear and also making you wonder what the nature can do or what the people suppose the nature can do. Poor nature, twisted by the imagination and the uncanny deductions, apparently extremely scientific, apparently quite convincing, apparently believable, but in reality, a hoax. As big a hoax as the Ashtgrahi was, the combination of the 8 planets. As big a hoax as the fear of an asteroid hitting. As big a hoax as the global warming. Or shall I say, as big a hoax as the weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. We human beings are credulous. A man appears and says he is sent by God, and we are aware of our infirmities, believe him. Believe his word to be the oracle, unassailable, beyond any shadow of doubt. No skepticism. And the reality is that we are being led the rosy creek up the possibly unmentionable stinking mess. A leader appears, shows you the ideal utopia, and that is in fact a means of exploiting you. A pseudoscientist posts a seemingly correct information which is nothing but to scare you and temporarily to make you wonder, which is not bad, but it deadens your spirit of inquiry. It aims at ensuring that you do not question. And when you do not question, you instinctively obey. And that is the first step to the slavery, whether it's physical or mental or psychological. The green moon hoax is symptomatic of the credulous nature of human beings, which has been seen again and again and again and again. We always say that a person who has been burnt by the boiling milk is afraid of the cold milk or the buttermilk. But here we have been burnt again and again, and yet we don't learn. Why is it? It is essentially because we suffer from an innate fear of the unknown. It is because we do not utilize our capacities to think, and it is because we are overawed by the seemingly convincing but really useless arguments. All the specious arguments advanced have no meaning. It's the way these sounding words and the terms are used, they make us feel that we are really, really listening to something quite knowledgeable and quite convincing. But we delve deep and then we realize the hoax. It's a fraud perpetrated on the human beings. And there's no law against that. And even if there was law, he can get away with, the culprit can get away with saying, well, that's what he imagined it to be, and he meant it just to give expression to his thought. There was no ill intention. The intention may not be ill, but it aims at killing the spirit of inquiry. But whom do you blame? Do you blame the perpetrator or do you blame the victim? Here I'll blame the victim more than the perpetrator. Because the victim has suspended his sense of judgment, his sense of discrimination, his sense of inquiry. And when you behave like a dumb-driven kettle, you will be believed to be so. When you behave like a mass of credulous morons, then you are sure to be met with the treatment that you apparently have deserved. Is it not time to use your intellectual faculties and weigh, question, examine, test all the hypotheses that are advanced which may have no validity at all? The Bible said the sun moves around the earth, and blindly everybody accepted it till Galileo came into the picture. People like Copernicus, people like Galileo, people like Harvey, these are the people who represent the essential spirit of inquiry that should be the aim of every human being. As a child, we are curious about everything. What happens when we grow up? Why is it that we lose our sense of inquiry and wonder when we grow up and believe everything what a manipulator says? Why is it that we cannot use the gray matter here and then decide what is right and what is wrong? Why is it that we accept such unbelievably made statements which can never be imagined even in an ordinary discourse? And yet, amidst the very number of people who shared it shows that the masses can be misled. They have always been misled, whether by the religious leaders, or by the politicians, or by the scientists, or by common fraudsters. And this is an example of that. Use your brains today, now, before it's too late. Use it before you are not deemed Homo sapiens. Use it before you lose a right to be called people with a creative and critical capabilities. Thank you.